Hey YouTube, Spin Pixie here, and it's been a long time, but I got my tea and I am ready to chat. So let's get started. So this TN chat was inspired by two things. The first being a few comments that I have gotten that actually compliment my TN chat videos. Though I am grateful and very thankful for your comments, saying how much you guys like the TN chat videos, I don't understand why. I think these are my worst videos, to be honest with you. Yet these seem to be the videos I get the most compliments on, and all I'm doing is rambling and musing and being weird. I don't know what you guys see in these videos. But thank you, because that was one of the reasons I'm actually back here doing a tea and chat. The other reason is because of Karma Elephant. We were talking on the last video that I uploaded, and her comments inspired me to, or his, her, I'm going with her. I feel more of a female energy. I'm so sorry if you're actually a guy. I'll say their comments inspired me to do a video, tea and chat. So here we are. What to talk about? Do I ever know? Do I ever know what I'm going to talk about before I do these things? Absolutely not. So usually right off the cuff, unless I'm like particularly musing about something, which I've been musing about a few things. So we'll see where this goes. I might have to do 40 or 50 more takes because that happens sometimes. If I had a computer and I could put together an outtake reel, I think it would be hilarious. I personally think it would be funny. But anyway, so I haven't really done a whole lot of videos on YouTube. I've kind of took a break with just kind of sporadic videos here and there. But I guess I am ready to come back like full-time or whatever it is that I do, because I've been wanting to make videos. I've been kind of missing it. I've kind of wanted to do videos that I haven't done yet. Things like that. Like I'll get like, oh, let's get the the iPad out and record this, and then I'm up with the editing and then it was like, well, come on, let's just do this, and then I would just do it. And okay, apparently I miss it. So there's that. So yeah. So I've been doing some videos lately. I haven't stopped doing videos for the Biophilic Alternative, and Planet Pathlings is now back from hiatus. So I had been doing those videos, but as for my channel, I don't know, I just feel like for a minute, I don't know, I felt like, not like I had lost something, but I don't know, I feel like it wasn't as fun to do. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that there's just so much, negativity that goes around. And I just wasn't feeling it. So I thought, well, I'm just going to be done with YouTube for a while and go live, go study, go be. And now that I have absolutely no clue with what's going on with who, I don't care. Then I can come back and do my videos, and I could be like I was when I first started YouTube and didn't know anybody. And now I know some awesome people, and I can bring that sort of lightness back to my channel that for a while I felt it was lacking. So yeah, so that's pretty much been my relationship with YouTube lately. And as far as comments go, I just want to address this first and foremost. Yes, I've been shitty about responding to comments. I take full responsibility for that. I try to go to about 4 or 5 videos at a time and reply to everything that has been said in that particular video. I try to do it 4 or 5 videos at a time, but it's slow going. I am getting through some of it. Some of you know because you've gotten replies almost a year later, and I apologize. Part of it had to do with the fact that I was taking a break, and part of it had to do with the fact that things got really busy with work when I was working, and part of it had to do with the fact that I was just lazy and didn't stay on top of it. It doesn't mean that the comments that I receive don't mean anything. It means a great deal that you guys, A, take the time to watch, and B, take the time, even more time, to comment. And just because I don't immediately retort or respond doesn't mean that I don't care. It just means any multitude of things could be happening, or Spin is being fucking lazy. Straight up. Simple and plain and honest. So, what I have done is I've turned over a new leaf, and those of you who have commented recently on things know this. I've gotten back to pretty much everybody who's responded from the past couple videos, both here and on the other channels of which I'm a part, and try to be better about responding to those comments. And then when I'm just sitting there doing nothing, I go through the past videos. I'm starting at the bottom, working my way up, and going through those and commenting and leaving comments for those of you guys who comment. I do, as I've said in the past, enjoy the connections that I've made here. And there have been some awesome people that I've, been fortunate enough to talk to and be friends with. So yeah, I mean, I'm not somebody who doesn't deem someone worthy of something, especially, something as simple as a comment. I'm not like that, and anyone who actually watches this channel, I hope, understands that and knows that about me. It has nothing to do with who you are. It has nothing to do with anything like that. Just either I'm lazy or I'm busy. Most likely I'm lazy, or YouTube did not notify me. So those are basically the three things that would prevent me from responding to a comment. But I just wanted to address that first and foremost. Now, on to other stuff. It is really sunny and hot here. It's in the 70s, and I have friends who are on the East Coast and in the Midwest and all over that are in the gloomiest parts of the country, and they are longing for this day that I'm having, and I'm longing for their weather. So I've just been trying to come up with a way of switching weather for a day or for a few hours, and I just don't have the physics or the smarts to figure out how to do that. Plus, that would be pretty catastrophic, I suppose, if we could do things like that. So, though I wish them lots of sun and us lots of rain, whether it is to be or not is not in my hands. So those of you who are suffering the muck of mud and rain and don't want it, or muck and snow and don't want it, I bless you with the sunny days of California, because it looks more like maybe spring or summer here. It's in the 70s. And as usual, I'm wearing long sleeves because I protest. And I'm wearing black because I protest. And I'm wearing an A Perfect Circle t-shirt because they're just fucking awesome. So that's, what's going on here as far as days. I have been out harvesting. Are you guys bored yet? I've been out harvesting, and I have nothing prepared to show you guys. But because it's a special occasion, I'll go get stuff that I've been harvesting. So anyway, I've been harvesting. This is all oak. This is all oak that has fallen naturally off of the tree. I didn't take anything from the tree. Well, that's a lie. There was a piece that was a kind of a big piece that I kind of pulled off, but it was falling off. But this is all oak. This is from my tree. I love my oak tree. Big old pieces of oak. And so I've got quite a bit of this. And there's actually more on the ground. And I discovered a new tree on the property. I discovered a new oak tree on the property, so I can go and see if that one has any fallen pieces of bark as well. Another thing that I acquired from my property right outside here, right outside my window, is, if I could open it, eucalyptus bark. I love me some eucalyptus bark. At first I thought that the tree was dying because so much of it just fell right off and it's all over my yard. And I could swear I have more than just what you see here, but I don't know where I put it because it just fell. It just fell all over the property. So I thought it was dying, but apparently eucalyptus loses its bark rather frequently. So the good news is that it's not dying. Now, incidentally, speaking of eucalyptus trees, I'm pining for a didgeridoo. Now, I know some of you out there are going to laugh at me, but I am pining for a didgeridoo. I've wanted a didgeridoo since I was 8. And much like tattoos, I, you know, some things that I think are going to be terribly expensive and things that I don't want to just get rid of after spending the money or, you know, are going to be on me permanently. I do a lot of years of making sure that this is what I want. The didgeridoo, I have no clue why I have denied myself so long, and now that I'm in a position where it's not necessarily a good idea to get one, I want one. And I'm not an irresponsible spender or anything like that, I just want a didgeridoo. There's something about it, and I've even seen videos about how it helps you connect to your third eye. It helps you do spiritual journeying in that way because of the vibration that you have to make to push the note through the instrument. It helps you to connect and open the third eye. And honestly, spirituality stuff is a really cool accessory to this, but I just want a goddamn didgeridoo. So I'm sitting here with my eucalyptus in this wonderful cookie can. God, I wish I had these cookies right now. And I'm thinking, you know, I don't want termites, so let us not wish for that. But damn, I wish one of those hollowed out branches would just fall from the tree. Termite free, just hollowed out and didgeridoo ready for me. I'm just gonna will that to happen and just look at the tree every day and think, you will drop a didgeridoo. You will drop a didgeridoo. So that's been going on in my head. Now, the cool thing that I want to show you, as if, you know, natural gifts from the earth weren't enough, here's another thing that I got, and I discovered this probably on the first morning after the full moon. This was sitting next to my water. I was charging my protective water, and if you guys want the recipe for my protection water, check out the Biophilic Alternative video. It's entitled Palo Santo Tea and Holy Water, something like that. But anyway, I made my protection water for my circle, and lying next to it the following morning was this. I'm not used to the camera being where it is. And according to a friend of mine, she thinks it's like quartz of some sort. It looks like a rough something. It doesn't feel like a rock. The energy to me does not feel like a rock. The energy to me feels like it's telling me something. And it's telling me something in regards to blessing. And the funny thing is that every time I pick this up with my projective hand, it drops. And I have to pick it up with my receptive hand. It's just weird. And I don't even feel the need to hold it in my projective hand. It's really weird. So that was pretty cool. I feel totally blessed, and I feel like even the moon water that I made has this energy on it. And I don't know if this is quartz, but I'm hoping somebody out there does know. It's really rough, and I love crystals that are roughed. I think polished crystals are very beautiful, but the crystals that have this very earthy feel that reminds you of where it came from, I love that. The rocky feel. So I don't know. I have a feeling it's just more than a rock, because there's energy coming off of this and it vibrates loudly. Um, so I'm just gonna hold on to this, and pretty closely at that, because I get like some major energy off of this, which is really weird, because the only reason I even work with crystals to begin with is because of Ivy Moon Illuminator sending me those crystals, and I've never really felt energy off of crystals before, until recently, and it's just crazy. But I don't feel like this is a rock. This has got to be some sort of crystal of some sort. So, all that awesomeness was right in my backyard. And I'm beginning to believe that no matter where you are, if you just go walking around your yard enough, you'll find something. I mean, especially if you're in like a rural or rural or sort of like a country-ish area like me. And you know, if you just go outside, you'll find some sort of treasure that the earth has unlocked for you. And sometimes, you know, it's a feather, sometimes it's a crystal, sometimes it's some sort of wisdom that's just given to you that you didn't have before you went outside. So I'm trying not only to get you guys to go outside, but to remind myself that going outside is not always bad. Sometimes good things happen. So yeah, so that's been the awesomeness that has been bestowed upon me. And I've been toying with the idea of other places to live and stuff like that. Not that I don't love it here, but just, I don't know. I think that other places have sort of captured my fancy. Like, I've really wanted to live out in Oregon for a while. I really have wanted to live just going away from California. Like, and staying more on the West Coast. I toyed with the idea of living in New York when I was in New York. I figured how easy it would be because I was already there. And at the time, I didn't have a plane ticket home. And so I really was considering it. I was like, well, I have this deposit. I can go put it down on that apartment over there. And it was right over an Italian restaurant, which would have been really, really bad. But it was right in the art district called Allentown, and like right down the street. It was so perfect. I would have been like a fat wino, like for real. I would have lived above an Italian restaurant, and right down the street from a winery. I would have had the Allentown Art Festival right at my doorstep. I would have had the Greek Festival and the Italian Festival just a block away from me in either direction. Plus, I would have had Shakespeare in Delaware Park. So, I mean, I would have loved it there. I could have seen a very different life for me there. And so I really sat there and I considered that. But then this all happened, and I'm really torn about like living in the city and having transportation and being able to go wherever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, versus living out in the country with no car, and having to walk most everywhere, but having beautiful scenery to do so. And, you know, getting gifts like oak and eucalyptus and pomegranates and oranges and all that kind of stuff, which, by the way, there are a ton of oranges back there that I harvested this morning too. Forgot to show those. But I'm really torn between the two of them. I am very betwixt. And I think that I need a good mix of both. And according to my friend who lives in Oregon, there is a good mix of both there. And I've seen some videos and stuff of Oregon, and it looks very beautiful. But I just don't know. I really do want to live out that way, though. It would be sad to leave here, but it's not like I couldn't come back and visit. I'm on very good terms with the people here, so it's not like I couldn't come back and visit. And the last thing I think I'll ramble about is the person who lives below me and refuses to give me any rent for it. Or above me and refuses to give me any rent. Now this, well, it's not a person. I don't know what it is. It could be a person for all I know. Hell, I know it likes to fight, because I hear it. And I know it likes to run back and forth and run back and forth and run back and forth. No, what I have is a raccoon or a cat or a coyote or a monster or something. I don't know. But if I do find out what the heck it is, I will, again, keep you guys posted. So, I hope this is not too much of a boring TN chat for you guys. And I hope to see you guys soon. So until next time, many blessings and enjoy your tea or coffee. Bye.